Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. I'm making my way to the gym, and I wanted to give a review of the last installment of the Purge series. It's called basically the Forever Purge, and this particular Purge film, this one has a Mexican Hispanic element to it. But at the same time, you can relate to some of the things that's said in this movie. It's a lot of racial innuendos in this movie that talked about what Purge is really all about. And I know that, you know, people that wasn't white participated in purges, but primarily it was really white supremacists that for that one night for 12 hours, basically they targeted, you know, minorities. So a lot of, you know, I want y'all to go see it. I don't want to, you know, spoil the movie, but it's full of innuendos, truths. It talks about everything from, you know, Second Amendment rights to defend yourself. It talks about fake patriotism, you know, and, you know, it talks about everything from race mixing to everything. A lot of stuff was covered in this movie, you know, so I don't want to spoil it, but I recommend this movie. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have been a big fan of the Purge movies anyway. If you've seen the first Purge, it will tell you what the Purge was really all about. You know, it explained everything about the new founding fathers, what they was really all about, and who was really the targets, where the first Purge started at, on Staten Island, and who was the main target. And when they wasn't enough, you know, chaos, they brought in those white supremacist groups. Didn't you see the masks they were wearing? A lot of stuff was talked about, from, you know, white privilege to not capitalizing off white privilege. You know, because one dude saying, well, you poor and I mean, you know, you're rich and I'm poor. And dude basically told him, hey, we stole this country from the Native Americans and we capitalized off of it. If you didn't really use your white privilege in the correct way, then that's basically on you. So, like I said before, a lot of elements was mentioned in this movie, and to say the least, it was cleverly inserted into the film, but at the same time, you was able to figure it out. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, the character Juan, he was saying some things he didn't want to, like, you know. His wife kept explaining about America being the land of opportunity, and he was basically saying, well, why? He said, it don't seem that way to me. And she was basically telling him that he need to work on his English and all that kind of stuff. It was you know, it was very interesting. It was very interesting, to say the least. You know, I know my co-worker is probably gonna text me because he a big fan of the Purge movies. I already know he gonna call me talking shit. You know, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's all fun, but I do recognize, like I said, I do recognize oppression, systematic racism, but at the end of the day, it's not my job. Because as I said before, everybody got to, you know what I'm saying, fix their own problems. Everybody got to hold their own nuts. And the funny part about it is, it's a scene in the movie where a brother, he had to save the Mexican lady. You know, and he got down and, you know, they parted ways, you know. For the most part, I guess he made it. Shit, I guess he made it. But like I said, it's a lot of innuendos in this movie. So, like I said before, I recommend this movie. You know, there's something that they mentioned in the end. Like I said, you gotta catch stuff. You gotta catch stuff. You know, and I was able to catch a lot of things that was, you know, mentioned in this movie, or the innuendos. So, you know, it's all good. On the scale of 1 to 10, I give this movie pretty much a 9. Be honest with you. You know, those Purge movies, for the most part, they start off slow. They start off slow, but, you know, once they get going, they get going. You know, then it turns into nonstop action and everything. So, you know, like the first 20 minutes is slow, but after they complete, you know, the purge, that's when it jumps off, and you learn stuff about stuff that's calculated and all this kind of stuff. So it's you know, about hate groups, the dark web. A lot of stuff is mentioned in this movie. So, like I said, I highly recommend this movie. You know, but anyway, it's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.